Hello all. Today we are going to discuss the third semester data structure lab program. This is your sixth program, okay? And the lab code is 18CSL 38. Okay. So you can see that sixth program is we have to design, develop and implement a menu driven program in C. Okay. So we have to design, develop and implement a same like your stack. We have to implement a menu driven program in C. Okay. And for the circular queue. Okay. For the following operations on circular queue of characters. Here we have to give the inputs as characters. Okay. To perform the operations, various operations. Okay, same with this. Here also it is a array implementation of queue with maximum size max. Okay, so they are telling us to insert an element onto a circular queue, delete an element from circular queue, and here also we have to demonstrate overflow and underflow situations on circular queue. We have to display the status of circular queue, and the last operation is to exit. Okay, we have to support the program with appropriate functions for each of the above operations. Okay, so insert means we are adding an element, we can also call as enqueue. Okay, so deleting an element in queue is called as dequeue. Okay, so this is the sixth program. So first we'll see what is queue. Queue is also an ordered list, okay, same as our stack. Here insertions and deletions, they take place at different end. Okay, in stack they take place at the same end, but here it takes place at different end. Okay, so here new item to be added, it will be added from your rear end. Okay, and the new element to be deleted will be deleted from the front end. Okay, we use two pointers, rear and front, where rear is used to insert an element into queue and the front is used to delete the element from the queue. Okay, so queue follows first in first out rule. Okay, so it follows first in first out rule, and initially your rear and your front will be initialized to -1. It tells that your queue is empty. Okay, so our program is to implement these operations on circular queue. Okay, so what is circular queue? Circular queue is also a linear data structure. Okay, it contains the collection of data which allows same as your queue. Okay, addition and deletion. Addition will be done at one end and deletion will be done at the beginning. Okay, addition at the rear end and deletion at the front end. Okay, circular queue have fixed size. They always have fixed size, as you can see here. Okay, circular queues has fixed size, and circular queue also follows the same FIFO principle. Okay, first in first out principle. So here queue items are added at the rear end and the items are deleted at the front end of the circular queue. So you can see that, see, this is your normal queue. Here if you connect or combine these two ends, it forms a circular queue. Okay, so circular, this is the representation of your circular queue. So why we are using circular queue means, so the main disadvantage of your normal queue is that as you delete the front elements, when you want to insert, it will show us that stack is full. Okay, so to overcome this problem, okay, to overcome this situation, to overcome the disadvantage, we have used this circular queue. Okay, you can do it in two methods. Okay, you can shift or you can use the circular representation. Okay, so to overcome the situation, you can do shift left. Okay, after deleting the elements, you can shift all the elements to the left, or you can use the circular queue. They have told us to use circular queue to represent. Okay, so we are discussing here circular queue. Okay, here also you can see that circular queue, you will mention front and rear. Okay, front will be equal to -1 and rear will be equal to -1 initially. Okay, so this is the snippet to show that how to add the element. Okay, add the element, insert the element, or enqueue the element. Okay, so to insert the element, first we have to check the condition whether the queue is full, same as your stack. Okay, if it is full, we cannot insert the element. So if front and rear is equal, front is equal to rear or n is equal to max size, then our queue will be full. Okay, when both the front and rear are pointing to the same position, then our queue will be full. Okay. So whenever we go on add the elements, then when we delete the elements, to know the position of the rare, we use this formula. Okay. In circular queue, this is the important. Rare is equal to rare plus 1 modulo max queue size. Okay. So after finding the position, since we are adding at the rare end, we have to find the rare position, because after deleting, our front will be empty. So to find the position, we are calculating with the help of the modulo. Okay. So in that position, we will insert the element, and here also it is incrementing. Okay. We'll consider one position n and we go on increment. Okay. The same thing in delete also. Okay. First we have to check whether the queue is empty. Okay. And to find the position front, since we are adding, see here we are adding in the deleted position also, you can add the elements. So to find the front position, actually where the pointer is pointing, we will calculate front is equal to front plus 1 modulo max size. Okay. And then we will return that queue of front, means we will delete that element and we will print that element. Okay. So modulus operation is used here. Modulus operation is used by to get the real position of the rear and front. Since after deletion, you can insert the element there. So to find out the correct position, we are using this modulus operation. And they have told us to display the element. As you know, to display the elements, first there should be elements. If there are no elements, if your n is equal to 0, if it is at the initial position, you will tell that it is underflow and there are no elements to display. Okay. Otherwise, we have to display all the contents of the circular queue. Okay. We will consider uh, I and j, because we have front and rear, and we have to display from starting to end. Okay. So we will use for I is equal to 0 and j is less than n. Okay. And you have to find out the position for the I, that is your rear position. From there to we will display, we go on incrementing the j and we will display all the elements in our circular queue. Okay. So now we will see the program execution. See, this is your circular queue program. Okay. So we are considering hash include stdio.h, hash include conio.h, hash include std library.h, and we are defining our maximum size of the queue is 5. Okay. And initially our front will be to 0 initially. Okay. It will go on incrementing. Then since they have told to insert the character elements, okay, they have told to insert, okay, they have told us to insert the characters into our queue, okay, into our circular queue. So we are taking a char cq of size and element to be inserted. Okay. And we are defining the functions void insert, void the deletion, void display. Okay. These are the functions and we are defining these functions globally. Okay. Then main, void main. In void main, since here also they have given to write the program, menu driven program in C. Okay. So void main int choice clear screen while of 1, means it is an infinite loop. Until it is true, it has to execute. Okay. So printf program for a circular queue, and printf first operation is to insert an element to circular queue. Okay. Second operation is, if you select the second choice, it will delete an element from circular queue. And third is to display the status of the circular queue, and fourth is to exit from the program. Okay. Now we will ask the enter your choice. Okay. Scanf percentage d ampersand choice. Okay. Now switch case, since it is a menu driven program, we have to go for the switch case. Okay. In switch case, okay, we are calling the functions. These are the functions calls. Those were the function definition declaration, and we'll see one by one function definitions. Okay. So case 1 means it will call the insert function. Case 2 is for deletion. Okay. Case 3 is for display, and case 4 is return, or you can give it as exit also. So first we'll see void insert. So as I told, insertion means we should have some space. If for that we have to check, as they have told, to demonstrate underflow and overflow condition. Okay. To check that, see, as I told, n will, whenever you go on adding or deleting okay, your n will be getting incremented and decremented. When you add, it will increments. When you decrease, it will get decrement when you delete. Okay. So if your n is equal to the size which we have given max size, then it will show that your queue is full and it will overflow. Okay. Or else it has to insert the elements. So printf enter the elements to be inserted into circular queue. Okay. F flush stdin is used to, okay, whenever we are inserting the characters, we have to use F flush. Okay. This F flush, it will flush out all the buffers. It also act as an output. Okay. So we are using F flush. Your F flush, it acts as an, it clears the output buffer. Okay. Since we are giving characters, it will not take properly. So always you have to include F flush stdin. Okay. It is used to clear the buffer. So since our insertion is a characters, we are giving scanf percentage %c and ampersand element. Okay. So to find out the rare position where to be inserted, I told rare is equal to rare plus 1 modulo size. If you apply this formula, okay, you will get the correct position where we have to insert the element. Okay. Then in that position, CQ of rare, in that position, we will insert the element and we have to increment same as our stack. Okay. After insertion, we have to increment the position. Okay. So that we can insert in the next position. So next is deletion. So to delete, there should be some elements. So if your n is equal to 0, it will print that circular queue is empty. That is underflow. Okay. And then it has to return. So if it is not empty, then it has to delete. So to find out the front position, rare position is used to insert the element. Front position is used to delete the element. So you have to find out the front position where we have to delete. Okay. Since it is a circular queue, okay, we use this. In normal queue we don't want. In circular queue, to know the perfect, okay, correct exact position, we use this front is equal to front plus 1 modulo of size. Okay. Then printf, the element deleted will be printed, so cq of front. Okay. So this is about insertion, deletion, nq and dq. So they have also asked to show the display. Okay. So in ij, if n is equal to 0, we know that to display we should have some elements in the queue, right? So if n is equal to 0, it will show that since we have initially initialized n is equal to 0, front is equal to minus 1 and rear is equal to minus 1, that condition is that our queue is empty. Okay. So if your n is equal to 0, it shows that circular queue is empty. Okay. There are no elements to display. If it is not equal to 0, then it has to print that circular queue contains R. Okay. We are printing one statement, circular queue contains R. Okay. And we are taking one more j is equal to 0 because we have two pointers, right? So I is equal to 0 and j is equal to 0. So from I is equal to 0 and then j must be less than n. Okay. So we have to find out the I is equal to I plus 1 modulo size. Okay. This is the rare position and we go on incrementing the j position. Okay. Then each and every element in the for loop until it fades, it will go on print the all the elements in our circular queue. Okay. So this is about the void display. Okay. Stack and queue are the linear data structures. Okay. Where in stack both the operations will be performed at the same end, in our queue at the different end. Okay. So we'll compile the program and see. We'll check the output. Okay. No errors. So program for circular queue, it is asking enter your choice one. Okay, enter the element to be inserted in the circular queue. They have told to insert the characters only. Okay, so A. Then again enter the element choice one. I'll give. Okay, so an element to be inserted is B. Okay, so we will enter all the elements and we'll check for the full. Okay, enter your choice one. C. Enter the choice one. D. We have given maximum size 5, right? Enter the choice one. So you can see that we will display now 3. Circular queue contains are A, B, C, D, E. Okay. So now again, if you try to insert, it has to show that, see, circular queue is full, means it is overflow. So whatever size we have given, we have inserted. Okay. Now we will do the deletion, delete operation. So first element, see, since it is first in, first out, first we had inserted A. Okay. So the element is deleted is A. Okay. Then again I will give 2 only. So again it will delete B. Okay. So again 2, it has to delete C. Again if I give the choice 2, it has to delete D. Again if I give the choice 2, it has to delete E. So again if I try to delete, what it has to show? It has to show that circular queue is empty. Okay. So now we'll see the display. Okay. See, since there are no circular queue is empty, underflow, no elements to display. Okay. Now exit. Okay. So this is the sixth program, circular queue. Okay, insertion and deletion in our circular queue. Okay, thank you.